Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Just Boxing. My name's Ryan and I'm going to talk about Anthony Joshua and Usyk, their rematch, fight number 2. And I want to get into basically Joshua's full reaction to the post-fight incident that occurred. If you haven't been watching the news or you haven't been on YouTube over the past couple of days, then I'm not sure what planet you're on. But yeah, Anthony Joshua reacted, in my opinion, unfavorably, all right? It didn't really show him in a good light. Let's put it that way. That's the best way to put it. But today we've got a bit of footage that shows a slightly different angle to the incident that took place. So we're going to get into that, break it down a little bit. And yeah, I've got a lot to say and not a lot of good things, unfortunately. Let's do it.
And still the unified heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine, Alexander Usyk.
Right, so the first few minutes or so was Anthony Joshua basically taking it on the chin. So it appeared, all right? Now, I thought that's how Anthony Joshua normally does it. He takes these defeats on the chin. He's quite a humble guy, or at least he seems to be a humble guy anyway. He certainly is when he wins, all right? He talks the talk when he wins, but it wasn't really the case in this fight. And I'll show you, I'll fast forward a little bit of footage, guys, and we can get into this. There you go, you see him shrugging the shoulders of a few people. He's starting to get a bit pissed off. He realizes he's not the cash cow anymore. He realizes that he's not the top of the crop, all right? And yeah, his paydays will be significantly less than they were tonight. He made about $75 million, all right, after this. He won't be bringing in that kind of revenue there without the titles, that's for sure. So this is just before he holds the belts up. I mean, them are not his belts anymore, all right? They're Usyk's belts. And he's basically, well, you're going to see what he's about to do. In my humble opinion, absolutely disgusting. When it comes to the art of boxing, the pugilistic game, there has to be honor amongst the rivalries. There has to be honor amongst the fighters, and the belts is like the sacred part of the whole game, all right? He might be thinking, it's just a belt, I've lost it, it doesn't matter anymore. You've got to respect every single man who's fought and won those belts before you. It's a little bit like the military, the uniform you wear. We don't really care too much about the uniform in one sense, but the moral story behind the uniform is those who have lived and died wearing that uniform that came before us. That's why we respect the uniform. Same goes for these belts. You've got to respect the belts because, you know, a lot of these champions have come and gone. A lot of them are dead now. A lot of them have had mental health problems thereafter. Some of them haven't, but, you know, these belts have been hard-earned, and what you're going to see is a massive, massive disrespect to it. Anthony Joshua basically took a shit on these belts as far as I'm concerned. And there we have it. He chucked the belts out the ring. Absolutely disgusting, guys. I would like to hear your take on it. What do you think? I think he's an absolute shambles. He was talking about how he's a new breed of boxer and stuff. We'll get into that in the next clip. New breed of boxer. What kind of boxer is that? I don't know. I think he's shown that he is a new breed of boxer, but not one that's necessarily going to be remembered in history like Mike Tyson, Jack Dempsey, and them. This guy, you know, showed his punkish kind of attitude towards the sport. When it isn't going his way, he's not happy.
I don't care about strong. I have to have skills. Being strong doesn't win boxing. Okay. Skills win boxing. Yeah, okay. You're not strong. How did you beat me? Let's do this.
He is strong, though. That's the thing where a lot of people aren't really giving Usyk credit. 6'3", he's strong. He maneuvered Anthony Joshua all around the ring. What he's basically doing is gaslighting Usyk here. It's a narcissist tactic. He's gaslighting Usyk. He's been passive-aggressive because his real aggression didn't win the fight. So he can't outman Usyk. He knows that now. He's got to be passive-aggressive. He's saying, how did you beat me? You know, yeah, your skills beat me, but you're not strong. It's an indirect way of saying, yeah, you're skillful. You beat me. I'm a strong man. It's a compliment, but it's also a bit of an insult. All right? Narcissists are very good at doing that.
How? Let's talk of skills. Let's do determination.
Listen, come on.
Where's the mic?
Listen.
I just want to say. Yes. Usyk, one hell of a fight, man. Let's give him a round of applause.
It's not his place to do that. This is the whole cringe fest thing that I don't like about this. It's not his place to bloody do that. He's doing it because he can't take the fact that he lost the fight, and he's trying to steal the limelight still. It's a way of cementing him as being, still in there. Still, you're not in there. You're done. You're finished. You've lost the second time to the much, much better man. I give Anthony Joshua 2 rounds generously. All right, and even them 2 rounds are close. I give him 2 rounds. Usyk won by a landslide, absolute landslide. Get your loss, take it on the chin, get the F out of town. You're not the man anymore. Usyk's the man.
Oh, man. So that's just emotion. Wait, I'm talking. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. Look, if you knew my story, you would understand the passion. I ain't no amateur boxer from 5 years old that was an elite prospect from a youth, bro. I was going to jail.
Why is he giving us this story? I'm not being funny. This ain't the right time to do it. It's not the platform to do it. We're not bothered. And I'll be honest with you, all right? With what's going on in the world right now, I don't care. I don't have no sympathy for that, okay? I'm not bothered. You just got paid $75 million to put in quite a bad performance as far as I'm concerned. I believe he was better off fighting the way he fought the first time, all right? At least he was going to have a go. Didn't really throw very many punches. Wasn't really as aggressive as I thought he was going to be, as he should have been. I'm not bothered. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sat in a garage here talking about you trying to earn a living. You've made $75 million. I don't give 2 shits about how you feel. I'm not sorry for that, okay? What do you guys think? Should we feel sorry for him? He grown up in... Where was it again? Watford? Watford's not a bad place, okay? I lived in London myself. I've lived in worse places than him, trust me, and survived, okay? So I don't feel bad for his story. He ain't got a bad story, that's for sure. He's a multi-millionaire, probably as close to a billionaire at this rate. Ain't bothered, mate. Hashtag not bothered.
I see some hype little youths in Reading jail. I got bail and I started training because if I got sentenced, I wanted to be able to fight. I bust my case. But cousin Benga, where's he at? G14, raise your hand. I'm stealing this, Usyk, sorry. But it's because...
He's not sorry. He's stealing it because he's jealous of the win. He can't take the fact that he's second best, and he's been a punk about this whole thing. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit, and no one's going to convince me otherwise.
Passion we put into this, man. Guys, I'm telling you, this guy to beat me tonight, maybe I could have done better, but it shows the level.
Passive aggressive again. Maybe to beat me tonight. What he's saying is, how the hell's he beating me? He shouldn't be beating me. I'm the number one. I'm the guy, the hard work I put in. Look at this guy Usyk has just came back from a war zone, all right? Couple of months training. Wrong. He owes him an apology, is what I think. Really disappointed in, our homeboy. And I say homeboy, not in a cultural way. He's the homegrown. He's from my country, all right? He's the British guy. I'm really disappointed in Joshua for this. I think he could have done himself in a better light, all right? I'm disappointed. He should have just went out on his shield instead of going out on his high horse, is what's happened. It's not good for boxing. It's not good for British boxing, this.
Levels of hard work he must have put in. So please give him a round of applause as our heavyweight champion of the world. Woo! I'm not a 12-round fighter. Look at me. I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them.
You're not a 12-round fighter, never will be. And as far as you're concerned, just about to say I'm 18 stone, not like these 14 stoners who he's mentioning. He mentioned Jack Dempsey, all right, being a 14-stone fighter, not being able to throw as many punches as them. I've got news for you. We've got George Foreman, who is about the same weight. We've got Danny Williams, who is about the same weight. There's plenty of big heavyweights out there. Tyson Fury dances around like a flyweight, throws punches all day long. So I'm not taking that as an excuse. What you are and not is you haven't got the ability to throw punches all night long. You haven't got the desire to throw punches all night long. There's plenty of big heavyweights out there who've cemented themselves in history. And while you're on about Jack Dempsey, for the record, Jack Dempsey fought one of the biggest men in boxing history, Jess Willard, at a small heavyweight stature. He was indeed. And he kicked the living... I can't say a few words. He beat the man up bad. One of the worst beatings ever seen in the boxing ring, that small man did. So don't use your stature as something that makes you think you're better. You're not better. You're 18 stone. Yeah, get with it. I'm 5'10" and 16 stone, and I can throw combinations all night long, and I'm not getting paid anything near where you're getting paid in your capacity for the sport you do. I know plenty of big guys who can throw leather all day long. He's not one of them, so... The fact that he's not one of them, why the hell should he start downcasting others who can? He's not good enough, in my opinion. If he didn't win them world championships when he did, this would be the version of Anthony Joshua you would be seeing a lot more. He's not a world title fighter. And I'll say that again. People might think, well, he won 2 world titles. Listen, he'd struggle to win a world title. If he didn't win them world titles now, he would not be world level. And this fight proves it, all right? He's European... I would say European at best. I don't see another world title in him. I think he'd struggle with the heavyweights. He gets knocked out of Wilder. He gets knocked out of Tyson Fury. He gets beaten every single day of the week by Usyk. And, I even think right now he'd struggle with Derek Chisora and Dylan White. Right now in this mindset, I don't think he's improved a lot in the past few years. I think he's went a bit sour.
Heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't 14 stone, that's why. I'm 18 stone, I'm heavy.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for you. Like I said in that previous rant, 18 stone, yeah, so what? You're 6'6", dude, all right? You've got no fat on your body. You get the punches thrown. You just haven't got it in you. You haven't got the desire. Mike Tyson would obliterate you in one round. That 14-stone guy would destroy the world you live in. Absolutely annihilation. That's what would take place.
It's hard work. This guy here is a phenomenal talent. We're going to cheer for him 3 times.
This is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Honest to God. Cheer for him 3 times. Who the hell does he think he is?
Well, how many belts you got now, bro? 5. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Honest to God, I think what we're seeing here, and I hope it's not the case. I don't want to see anyone get mental health problems. I do think it's the start of something bigger opening up with this guy. I hope it's not the case, though. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of CTE, all right, a little bit of brain damage injury, something like that. If it is, I sympathise with him fully. I hope it's not the case, but the way he's acting isn't normal. Getting aggressive with people, getting emotional after, talking, he's probably concussed. Boxing's a horrible sport, guys. Let's remember that. For our viewing pleasure, they're battling, putting the brains on the lines, quite literally. I don't think he's well at this moment in time. The way he's acting doesn't seem that he's acting like a well person to me. What do you think?
And as I said, I was studying Ukraine and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. But at the same time, what's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice.
He just needs to keep it quiet, all right, with Ukraine. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Hearts and minds, I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Zip it, mate. Tell you what's going on. People are losing their lives over there. Ukrainian people are suffering. Usyk is one of them. Lomachenko is another one of them. These guys are warriors. They're fighting for the home country. Was Joshua fighting for Great Britain? Nah, he's never fought for Great Britain, in my opinion. He fought for himself every single time, and that's why he gets beat at the world level, because he ain't got the heart desire like Usyk. He hasn't got the heart and desire likes of Andy Ruiz. If Andy Ruiz trained for his second fight, we would have been in another state where we would have saw him getting defeated off him. In my humble opinion, Andy Ruiz let himself down that fight. He would have beat him a second time if he'd trained. But it's upsetting. This is just not a good look for boxing.
At the end of the day, I've seen it with Lomachenko in his second fight against Orlando. There was unrest in Ukraine, right or wrong. There was issues in Ukraine in your second fight. There was civil war.
What he's asking is verification from Lomachenko from a psychological perspective. He knows he's losing this a little bit. He hasn't got the audience on board. He's trying to get verification from Lomachenko. Hey, listen, I'm right, aren't I? Psychologically, he knows he's lost this whole thing, and he doesn't really know what to do. He should have just stopped. One of his team should have stepped in, saved the day, but they didn't. That tells me that his team doesn't really care too much about Anthony Joshua, and they don't have the best interests at heart. I think Rob McCracken would have stopped this in a heartbeat. What do you guys think?
Vitaly Klitschko when he faced Danny Williams. Civil unrest. Usyk as a champion. Please raise your hand. Under them circumstances, he managed to become champion. Champ, champ! Champ, champ! Champ, champ! And I just want to say, Bismillah.
Yeah, he's lost the plot. What do you think? Guys, thanks for stopping by, listening to me talk crap about boxing yet again. I love the sport, all right? I love the sport, and hopefully you guys too. If you like my take on it, smash the like, subscribe, and drop a comment for the algorithm. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.